Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Yes, baby, we are powering up for the intel. Come in, come on, don't be shy. You get the usher around here. Oh, the progeny's been playing with my shizna here again. Hold on a sec, let me just get it together. There. I heard myself talking back to myself, darling dear. Namaste, big cats. Welcome. Come in. Come on. Guess what? They left you. They left you like a killer. Now they want to come back. Because now they see your worth. From the nosebleed section, having what? Been beaten about their what? Cranium and their wacked ass. Why? What? By life, darling dear. By life. Life will get you in the short and curlies, darling dear. Especially when you've been especially and exceptionally wicked to what? A light worker star seed. A chosen one. Especially one that knows what's going on. Decided that he didn't like being effed over and went into their what? North node. Ha ha. Let me tell you something, guys. I've got a number of things to unpack because listen, you're my best friend. I'm your best friend. Can we have a quick chat before we push on? Right. Seeing as I've got no one protesting. Because there's no one to check me, boo. We're going to talk about some shit. My progeny, my baby, Kamra Moore, was telling me over the past couple of weeks she had an argument with one of her friends, her best friend. Right? Yeah. So I said, okay then. So she said they weren't talking and blah-de-blah-de-blah. But all whilst this friendship was going on, this same said girl lived down the road from us. She wasn't allowed, her mother told her she's not allowed to come in my house. And if Karma wants to meet her, she's got to meet her on the street or in the park. Baby! Hey! When Karma told me this shit, I said, you know what? Let me shut my mouth because Father God will deliver this woman to me. This woman will be delivered to me, right? Seeing, right? So I was minding my own business. I told you, if there was a profession for minding your own business, I'd be the CEO. I was in my domicile minding my own business, right? Just got off of my treadmill from doing my 15,000 steps. I was sweaty, right? And my son comes to me and goes, Mother, there's someone from the school at the door. So I was like, the school? Why would the school come here? And they haven't informed me. They've got to notify me and they can't come to my house. So I went downstairs. I slipped into a wig, right? Because you know, when you're on the treadmill, you got to break it down, mate. You're down to either the dry cane rolls, right? Or a wig cap, blood. Or maybe even a baseball hat if you're feeling what? Fancy and flashy that day. Anyhow, went downstairs, said good afternoon. See this lady at the door with one accomplice standing at my gate. So I said, good afternoon. Whose mother are you? She said her daughter's name. I said, what? But that's Karma's best friend. She goes, well, Karma called her what? What'd she call her? A retard, and said that bitch is crying again. So I said, what? My progeny? Why would she say that? Because I know her to be a nice child. She's the type that is what? Will defend the small that can't defend themselves, right? She likes to help, right? So I couldn't believe it. And so I said, she said this and that. So I called my son to get me listen, my security cameras caught everything, right? So I called my son to get my mobile phone so I could see exactly where my progeny was because she hadn't returned from school yet. So then, what happened after that? I turned around, so I said to her, I put my hand on my hip, and so I said, what did you intend to achieve from this? She said, I want your daughter to stay away from my daughter. I said, you what? My daughter will stay away. And furthermore, how dare you come to my door with those 3 brown rotten teeth in your front of your head, like you've been sucking on a dog's bollocks. Are you mad, blood? Oh, she said, and then she looked. And I said, and furthermore, you don't like black people. Karma told me about you, right? She goes, and then she laughed and was whispering off to someone out of my peripheral. So I stepped out of my house, out of my doorway, and I said, oh! 3 of you came to manage me at my doorstep. Yo, to your bomber-clad mind. I had to draw on my whole armor of Jamaica. Are you mad? I pointed out her dental hygiene was not appropriate for public consumption. It assaulted my eyeballs, right? I also said the effrontery. The 3 of Uno tried to manage me on my doorstep for an argument between 2 12-year-olds. Are you mad, blood? Listen, I told them that I'm the whole army. Are you mad? Didn't come here with that. Go break your neck under the devil who touched your shoulder. And furthermore, I told her, if you've got a drug dealer, you need to stop paying him. Your shit, your grill ain't right. You should have used a hammer on your teeth before you approached my Dominoes. All came masked up. Worse, you came with what, Margaret Dog at your back to manage me, who's minding my own business, to tell me about an argument between 2 12-year-olds when the school clearly states never you ever approach another parent about an argument between your progeny. Especially, they hadn't put hands on each other. It was mouth and it was tongue wrestling between 2 12-year-olds that are going to be friends again this time next Friday. Are you mad, blood? I cuss out them quatty. I followed them out of my walkway, right? I turned left behind them because the 3 of them had to gather strength telling me to fuck off. Fuck off? You're right, I'm fucking off. Back into my house after I cuss out your what? Point A and point B, guys. Point A and point B. Let me tell you something, big cat. Don't you ever make anyone come and manage you on your doorstep when you've minded your own business, done your 100 squats, your 15,000 steps, and you've got to cook dinner and you've got to be nice, otherwise the food won't taste good. How dare she? Let me tell you something. I might upload that video because it's on my Akwati. The community came out of their house and they were shocked. They've never heard my voice. They've heard my chariot when I'm leaving and when I'm coming because I lead with a strong beeline. That alone should notify that I'm not having it. Listen. I had to remember my hairline come first, but before I went into my house, I said, you better not make me come out of my pussy clot house again today, in the name of the Most High. Listen, I told you, I am nice to anybody that's nice. I lead with respect. I said good afternoon, didn't I? But don't let nobody take the piss, especially when you know your child. I know my progeny. I'm around them like this. I talk to them. I'm leading them to be emperors and empresses. And I couldn't believe the effrontery of this woman with a mouth looking like she'd sucked the devil's balls, trying to tell me that my child must stay away from hers. Karma told me yesterday that same said girl was being bullied on yesterday. I said, progeny, what did you do? And I looked away so that my eyes couldn't be what? Judgmental. She said, Mommy, I turned my back. I said, you're right, darling dear. What do you want me to make you for dinner? Turn your back on her. Let her deal with the bullies at school by herself, right? Because her mom's full of shit and she's got the effrontery to try and approach a big cat who minds their own business. Let me tell you something. They may think that your bark is nothing, but make sure you got the bite to back that bitch up. Walk them out. Right. Now that we've got it off and we've sorted it out, right? Because I can be a chatty cat, right? You have to understand. Don't let nobody manage you, especially when you know your progeny and how they portray themselves. I know you can't 100% bargain on their behavior once they've left your side. But Kung Fu Panda, hiya, hiya! I gave it to her and told her to go and break her neck under the devil. Are you mad? Listen, an argument between 2 12-year-olds. 12-year-olds! When we've got things going on in Russia and Ukraine and Metley and the petrol prices, don't let me talk about that. Nearly had the petrol prices in the UK has nearly got me out there buying a horse. I've decided that I'm going to start riding a horse, right? Because then get me, all I got to do is give the horse some straw and some water, right? You don't have to worry about no road tax, right? Insurance, right? And using my brakes. Because I told you, when I'm driving, when Big Cat is driving on them streets, my journey is righteous, and I've got to go wherever I need to get to, right? And I don't like to use my brakes, right? Shall we carry on, darling dears? I'm 10 minutes in. Pay attention to your progenies, darling dears, and talk to them all at a time so that they can't F with you. And yes, let's put our skrillers together and buy horses. Give them 2 of these and 1 of those. What do you mean petrol prices? Not having it. Right, let's dive in, darling dears. Do we need to start this again? I wasn't losing my wig. I was just telling you, no one's handling me. And they're not handling my progeny. Right, as I was saying, they left you like a killer, darling dears. And now they want to come back, blood. Let's sip our mocha together, darling dears. You know, when something is juicy, you've got to hug it with both hands, blood. Both hands. They want to come back now that they see your worth. From the nosebleed section, darling dears. Let's get into the planetary energies first of all. The Capricorn moon is at odds with the sun while we were sleeping, while we was minding our own business on the astral plane, right? The Capricorn moon decided to get skullduggerous and take up some kind of clarterie. I said clarterie with the sun. So you possibly woke up feeling a bit restless and anxious. Yeah, right? Fortunately, this energy will not last all day, darling dears. And the Capricorn moon can make it easier, right, to emotionally compartmentalize. So at least you can function, right? And you're not effing everybody up, right? And you will not be tongue wrestling out of anxiety, darling dears. Let's carry on. Be careful with coming off as distant and cold, especially, right, if you run into any issues with those you truly care about and love, right? It might not be the best day to bare your heart and soul. It's okay to take some time for yourself. If you feel unable to face those emotions without going for what? Nay. Because nay is the what? Equalizer of everything, blood. Because you're not having it Gandalf the White and all that. Pinky's up, right? Let me just hold nay, because I'm still thinking about that woman with the tree rotten teeth. I should listen. I told you, my security camera caught everything. I'm sure I can close in on the camera and show you what I saw. Come to breathe negativity into my domicile. She won't be back again, blood. Tell you that. I bet when she goes to pass my house, she cross over the other side just in case I'm coming out to put the trash bags in the bin. The rubbish. Anyhow, back to the planetary energies. Right? Later in the evening, the moon decides to allow the skullduggery for today. And simmers down and allows you to relax and find the necessary peace of mind. I told you the moon can be skullduggerous. Spends 2.5 days in each sign. It moves quick. It's swift. This energy, right, brings you an opportunity to release any frustrations from the day and move on, darling dear. Stick a pin in that bitch, toe tag it, right? And straight ziplock it and drop it. As young Jeezy says, fist bump. How dare she approach my domicile? Listen, blood, brah, sistrine, hiya. Listen, feng shui, bitch. Listen. I swear down, I would have kicked 3 women's asses yesterday. I would have, if they'd put their hands on me first. I'm not stupid. But I put enough inflammatory intel on the tableau for them to try it because they came to try me. Are they mad? Are they? Don't they realize I'm this close to my decreed nice side? Fist bump. Let's call in the energies of guidance and protection, darling dears. They're full of shit. Yeah, Jacqueline, the audacity. I was trying to call in the prayer and you caught my eye. Fist bump. Don't let nobody handle you on your doormat. And my doormat says, welcome. The bitch read it wrong, blood. She read it wrong, blood. Her and her cohorts, two maga dog, what got cussed out thoroughly as well. How dare they? My mouth has no limit and my eyes are what? Observant. And if you've got something wrong with you, don't come and tell me no shit at my doorstep. Because I've seen everything. And I realize the gloves are off. You are bold and you are foolish. Right, let's call in the energy of guidance and protection. So be it mode, energies up, and no less. It was on the day of my sister's birthday yesterday. So therefore, you know, I was at Hockey Sticks at dawn. Had to go and visit her and everything. What's the matter with these people? The devil must have touched their shoulder and said there was someone that was a pushover over there. I bet she's obliterated this side of the street from her mind. She don't even know it's still here. As I sip my mocha, cause I ain't getting smoked, blood. Cheers! My hairline come first. Let's get into it, darling dear. You know whom exactly to cut off. And your cut-off game must be gangster. And there is no comeback from that, blood. None. Right? Your success has been hitting them differently, darling dear. What do you mean? You're saying what? You've lost weight or you've gained it? Whatever, darling dear. A new job, got new lace fronts, got a slimmer waist, right? And a brighter outlook on life, eh? Whatever you've done with your bad-ass alchemist ways. Listen, I've started talking Welsh. This Harridan with the tree rotten teeth, blood. Let me tell you something. Her name will be what? I dare you. Her name is I dare you. I dare you. One word, I dare you. Right, let's carry on. Your success and everything is hitting them differently because they spoke death into your situation, wanted you to be brown bread. As they sung Amazing Grace in a falsetto with no tears on their face, blood. They see that you are focused, man, on your goals and everything else that you've got going on. Whilst they practice lack, envy, jealousy, and subterfuge, blood. Winners look at a situation and ask, what is the reality in said situation? You understand me, winner? Fist bump. Big cat, the way my shizna is set up, baby. Hey, my cut-off game. You wouldn't even know that I've gone until you realize that you can't get me on the phone, the astral plane. You don't see me where you used to see me before, blood. I know how to ghost like a gangster. Leave them like a killer. The same killer that tried to leave you and come back, darling dear. Your life is not a revolving door. And you are focused and doing great. Fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Somebody is sitting back, waiting on you to make a decision. They want to see if you're going to take them back or come back to get effed over again. They want to know if you truly love your hairline. All of this and that, darling dears. They want to know this. The birds ain't ramping outside today. Can you hear them? They're going for it, darling dears. Listen, my spirit guides are outside saying, yeah, Case, you handled the... Yeah, I did. right? They're gambling on the fact that you might have a bit of cognitive dissonance still in your cranium. Having what? After you've beat yourself in front of the mirror, right, until blood and spittle flight, held a chair pose, did the 100 squats, started getting your exercise game off the chain, right, learned how to speak to your higher self, right, self-love, self-care, self-worth. Yeah. They wants to come and ease you, their conscience, round your house. Listen, you better turn your house into the TARDIS and reappear somewhere else, blood. All of this, right, easing their conscience while they're giving you full-on shade, blood. Shade. The effrontery, darling dears. This is the type of person. Well, they said they was a people. Not sure. I didn't do a scratch and sniff test. Yeah, right? This type of person, they will get mad and jealous if you don't respond to any of their attempts to grab your attention. I told you, big cat, where your focus goes, it grows. And you don't focus on what? The wicked. Because they'll always be wicked. Some of them, right, especially those that are waiting for you to pick up the phone and say, hey, big head, you ain't saying that shit, right? Your spiritual guides, the tarot cards, me, big cat will tell him, don't do it, blood. You'll be sorry. They're missing your touch, your energies, your jokey, jovial self, darling dear. The way you look at life. They thought there was another big cat like you when you are unique. Let's dive in, darling dears, because I've kept you talking for a foot. Oh, I've just saw 22 on the counter, darling dears. Major changes are afoot. It's the energy of the High Priestess multiplied 4 times, darling dear. Energy of the Emperor, Aries and Mars. We've got moon energy as well. Cancer, Pisces. Right. Let's dive in, darling dears. Now that I've got it off my chest. Oh, let's see. I saw you already, Kung Fu Panda. Hiya! I haven't forgotten. I've always got the strength to give you a quick chop. Right? Let's see who else is here in the comments, darling dears, before we press on. This woman with the rotten teeth, blood. Listen, she should have taken a hammer to her grill before she came around here to come and push me around. She want to push me around on my doorstep and bring 2 maga dog, right? 2 mangy mutts to back her up. She needed a whole Heckle and Jekyll chorus. Well, bitch, that same Heckle and Jekyll chorus will be what? Talking about how I dealt with them for years to come. So, yeah. She was right to bring them. Someone's got to tell the teller not to come back round here. Right? Who's in the comments? Party, I see you. Fist bump. Glad you could pop in. Kung Fu Panda. Hiya. Yes, baby. Who's that? Seraph B. Namaste, Big Cat Wave. High vibrations. Cough J. The truth I know. Who's that? E Sweets. Florida Time, Jacqueline, Renton, Wagwan, big up yourself, Jennifer Grigsby, Mocha Time, cause we ain't getting smoke, blood. Some people would like to come and email and say that I tell too much, but listen, everything is teaching, right? And we're best friends, right? Pinky swear, right? And we talk about these things so that you don't come a cropper. You have the heart of a big cat. Don't let nobody shut you up or tell you this and that, and you must do it their way. They're full of shiznai. Who's that? Aldwin Dubros Jr. Tara. Fist bump. New faces in these places. Anyone else? Karen Ballard. Angelic Alchemist Mother. Lil Feather. Linda Dove. Carol Mustika. Audra Dye, I see you all. Pinky's up. Anyone else? A big namaste. I'm almost at the 25, darling dear. And I haven't put a tarot on the tableau. You saw that dragonfly attack me yesterday. Somebody said that I mustn't harm animals. I mean spiders and insects. You saw it attack me. It was self-defense, blood. I told you. I'm the red light, green light champion. Alexis Holmes. Fist bump. Jacqueline, what you say? You added an extra 30 minutes to your workout? You won't regret it. We are going to what? We're going to 130 squats from the 1st of April. Yes, baby. Listen. Look. Get in the seat. Listen. Don't come tell me shit after I done my 100 squats and not listen. Let me the Tourette's blood and there's no. Calm down, Case. Calm down, Case. I have to bring myself back and shore up about that three brown tooth rotten devil. She'll not knock my door again, blood. Listen. Look at this. An injustice is afoot, darling dear. Thai was. This is justice on its face, darling dear. And it also speaks about karmic retribution. Listen, I didn't make it up. This is why I show you everything that's going on the tableau. Justice is represented by the letter T, the numbers 44, 45, 46, and 47. In the reverse, it speaks about strife and war. Somebody is full on what? Cupid, CHEWPID. And their dull-eyed self, right, wants war with you. Somebody's going to try and tongue wrestle with you today. Or what? Insult you? Further than that, try and insult your intelligence. Really? It don't look good for them. This person is a liar and they're going through karma. Listen, it just brought back the memory of that free-tooth, brown-tooth, snaggle-tooth devil on my doormat. Have to bleach down that bitch. So listen, calm down, Case. Somebody's getting the karma, they're not loving it, and they want to war you today, darling dears. They want war with you. They want you to tongue wrestle. I told you it's rich white lady season, but there's nothing wrong with being a gatherer. Gathering them together to let them know they can't come back, because this looked like an axe to grind to me. But it's not. It's Wunjo, the star card in tarot. It also speaks about a miracle, some major change. Something's about to kick off in a big way in your life today, darling dears. It speaks about fellowship, joys, comfort, pleasure. Represented by the letters V and W. Yes, it was vulgar. Shut up, Case. Calm down. The star card is represented by, in this particular instance, the number 17, darling dear. It also speaks about what? Light in the dark, as well as what? Faith, the size of a mustard seed. But faith without works is dodo dead. James 2:14. It also speaks, what is faith? Faith is about what? Feeling all in the heart, darling dear. The heart space where God resides. Know this, big cat. Your intuition is going to be off the chain. And it also speaks about subconsciously pouring away what no longer serves you. This is about somebody who did injustices to you, right? Use the energy of the Capricorn moon this evening to compartmentalize, toe tag bitches, and realize that it's not your issue, blood. Namaste, Lisa Scott. Pinky's up. Yes. Flipping, listen. If I keep chucking out the 3 brown teeth, snaggle tooth, listen. Listen, I have to go into my belly button. To allow it, Case. No, I'm not going to give the authority to my son to come and tell me to calm down, because they're going to think they're having a laugh, mate. Listen. Try and take over this domicile. Listen. Hiya, Case, stop it. Let me tell you something. Woo! Right, let's see what's going on. Why the Skulldugger's trying to mount some kind of what? War against you? They're stupid for sure. Stupid. Just like that. And her 2. She put 2 mother dogs with her, blood. I cuss them. I cuss out them quatty. And then I took a walk behind them to make sure that they got back across the parking lot, blood. I put on the whole armor of Jamaica with my English accent. I didn't have time for the Cockney. They needed to get it, mate. They needed to get it. An argument between two 12-year-olds. Good God! And nobody put their hands on each other and they'd be friends again by 3 p.m. next week, Friday. Listen. If her mouth looked like that, just imagine what her domicile looked like. I'm so glad my progeny didn't go in there. I would have had to wear what? A biosuit to what? Hose her down when she came back in. Unless she picked up everything. You know when you go into you can go into someone's domicile and they're so nasty, right? And they're lazy about cleaning. You feel like wiping your feet when you leave and you dare sit down or eat and drink there. Death, right? And self-esteem. Good golly and gosh, somebody's self-esteem is rock bottom, right at the bottom of the pot, darling dear. This also speaks about the change, right? The change in you, a rebirth of you, Scorpio energy. It's affecting their self-esteem, darling dear. Imagine, things that you're doing for you, focusing on you, is affecting them. Deaf to that, she's naive. Their ego is taking a big on rocking, a two-piece, and not from KFC, from Keitha. I told you, darling dears. Base of the deck. What's this? They're in denial. Denial of what? What's that? Is this doubt? Yes! Doubting as well. They're doubting their next move. They're doubting whether to approach you back. They don't know how to come back in. They're playing double dutch, right? In their twisted, sick craniums. And they're in denial of what? Listen, bad health, darling dear. They need to go and get a health check. What's the matter with them? If it's a dentist, listen here, yow. That woman came here with too much intel for me to talk about. Listen. Let me fix my lace front back, blood. I'm calm now. It wasn't healthy for her to come round here. Let me sip my mocha because I ain't getting smug. My hairline comes first in the name of the Most High. Listen. Let's get a deck. Base of the deck. The Emperor. Aries energy, we already spoke about that. This is about you bossing up, darling dear. Standing in your power. It also speaks about you being a responsible parent to your progenies, darling dear. The Empress speaks about protector and provider. Some of you have built some kind of an empire. Carved out a bit of the Malkuth for yourself, did you, eh? As only a big cat can. Focusing on your multiple streams of income. You've got it, darling dear. You got that shit. This is why they want to come in and come back. And listen! Crying into their full-on fist, darling dear. I'm lying. They're crying. Depressed, they feel guilty and regret. Regret is not remorse, blood. I've told you that. It's a full-on Judas in a Peter suit. They're realizing that you managed to what? Find your Two of Cups. You crossed that bridge and you burned that bitch behind you. They're not happy and they're full of regret. Their self-esteem is taking a beating as they wait for you to say, come back. Come on. You better not say it. If you do, you better say it and I don't know what. Be prepared for incoming. Base of the deck, what did I just say? You need to isolate yourself from these people, black. This is about you getting your spiritual game on. This is the Hermit in the upright, having done the DNS like a boss. Yes, baby, and you're not going back, blood. You are prepared to fight tooth and nail. What did I say? You're about to be highlighted in some way today, darling dear. Star quality, your platform, your business, whatever it is, a miracle is afoot for you. And they're crying into their fist. Oh, wow. One more card. This one is dying to come out. What did I say? Page of Swords. They're seeing you be curious like a young'un. Yeah, curious and inventive, darling dear. As well as what? How can I put it? Invigorated to what? Get on with what you've got going on. They want to know how you're doing it. They're spying and they're gossiping like a page. And look at this shit. I can't make it up. All of it's done behind your back. Well, at least they don't have the effrontery to try and come to your front door, Black. Hey! Whoa! Case, calm down, Case. We've got to finish I said we, meaning the royal we, just like the Queen of England. We've got to finish this read. Hold on. Listen, they're proper crying. All of a sudden my nose has got snotty. Please excuse me. Best out than in. Excuse me, darling dears. Straight in the dustbin with that skullduggerousness. Anyhow, they're in denial. And they're doubting whether or not you'll take them back. You better shine that light of infinite, what knowledge, darling dear? Because knowledge is power. Realize that some of you are about to be highlighted today, right? For your works, darling dear, continue to subconsciously pour away what no longer serves you. You are that big star in the sky. Some of you will be what? Highlighted as a star today. For your works, whatever you've done. The birds in this picture also speaks about you listening to your higher self, getting in tune with yourself in whatever way. And this also brings me to the point about your spirituality or your religion. Don't let nobody tell you how you should practice it. You go at your own pace and do what you feel is right for you, because that DNS is a mother full blood, and how you handle it, and you did. This is why you're being blessed. This is why they want to jettison back, like what? Mac the knife for one more round, Julie, with your hairline. Base of the deck, bombs over Baghdad, darling dear. You've already said Dos Vidania with 2 of these and 1 of those. Love and light. Turned your back on the situation. You left them like a killer. They weren't expecting you to leave. They wanted you to stay like this, crying into your own fist. And guess what? They wanted for you is what they're going through. This is what you call sharesies. You must share it, darling dear. After you've what? Poured it away, it's got to go somewhere. Best on the wicked, eh? Sudden change. They're looking at a sudden change. They feel a sudden. Listen, allow them under their judgment, blood. This is major arcana on a major arcana. And you are the agent of karma. Pardon me, that came from my belly button. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. It was a spiritual belch because I speak the truth. Roof. Pinky's up. Yes, baby. All sorts is coming out of me today. Yeah. Anyhow, as I was saying before I interrupted myself again, judgment is represented by fire, water, and Pluto energy. We also have the tower represented by Mars, fire, and Uranus energy. A lot of fire energy here. Fire energy. This is about your passions. This is whatever actions you've been taking. It also speaks about spirit being spiritually guided. Whatever vision you have at this moment in time, darling dear, you're about to be highlighted for it. Whatever wish and want, because we don't go with needs around here. Needs gets us into all sorts of fucking blood that in some cases could take years. Nearly took me decades to extract myself. Listen, they're not happy with what you've got going on. They have the mind of a page. This is somebody who pops off at the drop of a hat, and they're popping off behind your back, blood. Over there, over there, outside the perimeter. Why do they want to manifest you back? Where's my tiny cards? And you are agent of karma. Pluto energy in the reverse, right? So when we've got the Pluto in reverse, right, they're not seeing things for what they are. They're living on the fucking ease, blood. They've got no power. They see you as a mystery that they'd like to conquer again. It also says in the upright, it says events that transform. Well, guess what? They're stuck in it. What transformed you for your greatness and tapping into your what? Chosen one-edness has been what? A downfall in their life. They don't like it, right? They can't take no command. They're not taking teaching. Not from you. Gemini energy. It says superficial, shallow, gossip, nosy, inconsistent, and high-strung. A popperoffer. What else do we need to know about them? Listen. A master manipulator and a con person. A full-on hoodwinker that comes with the cognitive dissonance and a big cup of opium. And what wants to interrupt the space and time continuum. Big cat, my dear big cat, remember what you bring to the table. Remember how you was with them? How you became small? When you was always the one with the big kahunas, darling dear. This is why the bottom feeders was attracted to you in the first place. I'm going to say this all of the time. A burglar doesn't break into an empty house. This is somebody who is a manipulator, and they're not above what? Burning a candle for you, darling dear, to try and manifest you back, as noticed by this tower. What else? Seeing as we're here, they get their orders from the devil. What's this? Virgo energy on its face. They're petty, picky. They've got OCD, right? They're neurotic, judgmental. And again, I wrote neurotic twice. It's in the reverse. When it's reversed, I read this side. Yes, baby. They're getting their intel straight from the crevice of the devil's balls. Rest, darling dear. Rest, right? You've already recuperated from the fucking they came with, and you barely got out of your hairline. You're still trying to get the reverse fried tuck out. Listen. What's this miracle that's about to occur in your life? That has to be highlighted because the Hermit is behind it. 2 major arcana. Tell us. Your spiritual strength, darling dear. This also speaks about protection and being protected. Right? From the fucking bad energy. The moon can also, whatever you've been focused on, darling dear, because the moon also speaks about your intuition, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Whatever you've been focusing on, darling dear, working like a field hand, could be as much as 9 months, 9 years. When it's gonna happen, it happens, darling dear. There's no time scale for what? Fame. Right? And miracles, remember that. Your spiritual strength, darling dear. What you endured and overcame. The moon is represented by Cancer and Pisces energy. We have the 9 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, Virgo energy, and the Page of Swords, air energy. Whatever you were spiritually strong against, darling dear, this is why you're being paid. Why? Because you have to give it back. This is about you looking towards giving healing to others. I told you. Whatever your testimony is, it's a survival kit for another big cat. Someone that may be in what? Denial that they're being abused. Why? It's been going on too long. Someone that may be doubting that they have the strength and the fortitude and the what? Protection from the Most High and their ancestral team. You have to be the guiding light. Sometimes it's always impromptu. What else do we need to know with this moon energy? You was right to leave that situation. Whatever it is, you had to make the head over heart decision. And it was a hard decision in a situation where you was what? A lot of fighting, arguing. If it was a love situation, well, it was it was a one-sided love. They would have always put you in competition with others, make you feel less than, otherworthy, and a full-on farmer. This is what the miracle is going to bring you today, darling dears. This is true loyalty, generational wealth. The Pentacles also speaks about online. Somebody's online situation is about to kick off in a big, what? Skrilla. Dotcoms kind of a way. This talks about what? Patrons for generations to come, creating generational wealth. This also speaks about luck, darling dear, because it comes with the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, darling dears. Transformation, ending of a cycle. And this is what you're getting. Because of you went through all of this. You learn how to use dignity in a situation that was indignant. They put a lot of things in on your path, darling dear, to create tower moments in your life. When you told them to fetch the black bags, or they told you, whosoever left like a killer. In the worst way. If it was you, good for you, Big Cat. If it was them, they did it to cause the most pain. And they did possibly as many as 9 things. Or is it 8 things to really take you off your trolley, darling dears? But you learned how to fall back. Skrillers.com, darling dear. A new business, a new home, whatever it is. You are going to see the what? The culmination of your works. It was slow in the making, darling dear, because you had to get great from the inside out. And you did that. It took time, as noted by the man with the beard. And it also speaks about true loyalty, your true soul tribe. Some members of said tribe will be showing themselves to be your true truths. Pay attention, darling. I don't care who it is or what they come on. They still have to be interviewed. Everybody gets interviewed, blood, as notified by the what? The hermit mate. You know how to get down and isolate thyself from the fuckanees and those that like to fight, the codependent, those that want to float on your coattails. Because I'm telling you, whatever you've got going on, darling dear, the wheels, the hands of fate, destiny, and good luck are turning in your favor today. Everything is going to be hitting differently on the wicked. Because I told you, the mouth breathers haven't forgotten you, blood. Told you, their self-esteem is getting a full-on higher. A full-on Isaiah, was it 54:17? No weapon that they formed against you prospered. This is why they're big mad. This is why they need to get a cape. Not from you, darling dear. You wouldn't put a skinny Skrilla their way. Are you mad? What did you have to isolate yourself in order to get great? Right? Those that came with 1 Pentacale, darling dear. Those from the past. Somebody would like to come through and give you a gift. Listen, what are they going to buy with 1 Pentacale? 1 Pentacale, and there's still a page. There's 2 pages on the tablet. Could be as much as 2 progeny involved in a situation. Right? Somebody's getting the nostalgia. They're looking at the pictures. Listen, when Big Cat decides to leave somebody in the past, everything is gone. Any item that was given, any pictures. You're not in my phone, blood. You are not on my MacBook. You are not on my mind. Because it makes me angry because of the time I wasted. Yes, this page want to come back, blood, so they can get comfortable in whatever you've got going on. We already saw the Skrilla. You are slinging it from the pocketbook, darling dear, because they're spying. They're looking at how you're living. And as far as they're concerned, you're living like royalty, royalty, royalty. They wanted you at the what? The gutter. Never you forget that. These same said ones that always caused the fighting behind your back, right? Made you anxious, right? Gave you the PTSD, darling dears, or the CPTSD, whatever anxiety you was dealing with. Those that are what? Narcissistic, right? Psychopath, right? Complex B personality, and none of them was diagnosed, blood. Possibly even a smattering of what? Bipolar. You was nervous to leave this situation with a page. Until Spirit made you look at what they was actually bringing to the table. This is somebody who keeps in contact with any past person they've done the genital watusi with, right? Because they need their self-esteem to be what? Fostered. What's that word? Fortified. Well, deaf to the ego, darling dear. You know what they want. They want you, darling dear. Don't give it to them. Don't give yourself to them on any level. Don't pay any attention. They may try on the internet. They will try every single way to get your attention today. Be prepared for the incoming. Laugh like this. Ha ha. And don't even bother to engage, because you will rip them to shreds, darling dear. Why? Because you're obstreperous, blood. And they gave you pissanphobia, where you trust no one. And they gave you misophonia, where you hate to see them eating and breathing. And hate is a strong word, but baby, we've got to call a spade so we can press on. They want to come back as a page. Poor. right, with one pentacale. And what do they expect to do with this one pentacale in your life? Am I shouting? Listen, it's that free, listen. They want to come bearing a ring and they want a new beginning with you, a fresh start. If you're married to this person, they want the marriage to go on. I'm not even going to bring in Celine Dion to this bitch. It's outrageous, right? They want to come back and bring loyalty to you. They want to come and bring their one pentacale, right? To hand it on the same, give it to you, that same one pentacale with the smell of a bottom feeder on their fingertips still, because they've been rummaging around in their pantaloons, right? And they want to come with that same hand with all that smoke behind it, right? Because now they want to be loyal. They want to be a part of your gang. They don't like the two pentacales. You being single, solo, dolo, looking fabulous and gorgeous, right? They don't like it, right? Because when they knew you, when you told them to get out, what's that word? My son says it's called pattern up. Yeah, this is what the new guys, the new kids, right, are talking about. Pattern up. You fixed up your shit. When I told that man to get away from me, I had a what? A fupa. What's that? A fat upper punani area. Yes, because of stress. Stress, blood. Listen. A fupa, right? They want you to have a fupa again. A fupa. It's going to make me get all Sylvester the Cat. Sucker in, sucker tash, hell to the na-na-na. Or should I say the ill-na-na? No! They want to come back and be seen as a king. But baby, they're a page. They are a page. Puh! And they will pop off, right? They will come in with these lofty ideas, right? With all pomp and circumstance, right? Dress no bitch. This is a saying we say in Jamaica when you're really dressed up. They will be dressed no bitch. Something that will what amaze your own eyes to the standards that they're portraying. They're going to tell you this and that as the King of Cups, right? But they're page blood. And they've got one Skrilla.com. And they don't like the fact that you are solo dolo, that you are looking good in them streets. They're worried about whomsoever is going to what? Decide to be on your gang, blood. They want to be on your work team. They don't like you solo dolo, like the girls or boys on the pole. They don't like it. Well, they bet, listen, they're in denial. They are in denial, right? Because if you've taken yourself off, right, in high dungeon, that means really at your pissed offedness, at your stress threshold. If you've taken yourself off, right, and decided I'm not going to what? Parlay or do anything with this mother foe because they're full of shiznai and they're wicked to boot, right? They're in denial. If they think you forgot, you big cat have the memory of an elephant. As do I. Red light, green light champion of 79. Pinky's up. Baby. They're denying it. They're not even trying to be a bit doubtful with the effrontery. Spying and saying all of this and that. They want to make you unsingle. Where's my other deck? Let me get a white deck. Baby, what did I just say? The codependent, the blind, right? And it's all because you've got a new life, a new lease on life, and you're about to be blessed in a big Skrilla kind of a way. If you have a business, whatever it is you've got going on, darling dear, you created it by the sweat of your proverbial balls in the DNS, where you became a keyboard gangster. Look what's showing. You better put your third eye on bitches and mitches and anybody that wants to come back from the pet cemetery. Listen, you may recognize the body, but the inside, rotten to the core. I told you, self-love is on its face. Their self-esteem is taking a beating, and it's going to get even a more beating if it come near you, right? They won't find milk and honey around you. I told you, you are not a dummy bat. Right, and they come to what tab you again? Luke 22:48. Know this. They must find you obstreperous, a rogue, and a rebel with the memory of an elephant. You're not angry. No. You release the anger because you'll be tied to them. It's like taking the poison and waiting for someone to die. You have to forgive them, darling dear. Forgive so that you can be forgiven. And how else are you going to call judgment in Keitha? Because it'll kill out them Kwati. Basura wants to return like Mac the knife. You better get your 1-2 step on, mate. You have to remember the worthless and the wicked are consorts of liars. And what have they been doing out of your presence? Lying and spying. That dastardly duo that's getting them nowhere. All they can see is you getting great. How dare they? Well, they can dare all they want outside the perimeter, darling dears. These birds that flew past their nest, they're eating the dirty pudding, which a lazy dog must eat. So when they've got their peepers, right, these mouth breathers, right, with their Sputnik ways, right, and their page-like energy, they're spying on you and we spying right back. High priestess, yeah? Third eye on bitches and bitches, yeah? Sitting between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, you've got their file, that see-through pamphlet, which we float tested over the dustbin, blood. They spying on you, well, you're spying on them. But you're High Priestess Hioka or High Priest Hioka. What's the matter with them? Everybody's spying, listen. Right? And that's the true proof. Listen. You're spying to protect thyself. They're spying to see where they can fit in. This will be an invasion of a body snatcher. Right? Even Father God says, listen, blood. Take the guidance, big cat. Take the guidance. Continue to lean into your spirituality. Buff up your third eye to a bitchin' shine, right? And take the guidance. They're not going to take the guidance from you, Taurus energy. No. Why won't they take it? Because it's justice. You must leave them in a them karma. We already started it off with Taiwas in reverse. Karmic retribution. And now you see it in the upright. Libra energy. Leave them with the karma. They always gave you a raw deal. Adversity in your life, darling dear. Those that smiled in your face and chatted it up behind your back. We already, listen, the cards are showing us. This is what they spend their days doing. Talking about you. Behind said back, shapely back, law 16 of the 48 laws of power, which you turned. Outrageous, yes. Let's get another deck, get some fun. Oh, we're at the 60. Should I leave it there, big cat? Or should we press on, pull another card before we push off to our multiple streams of income and our infinite possibilities? As we what? Laugh like this. Ha ha! On Mitchies. And listen, look at the two cards that got left on the table. We know they're crying into their fist. We know it, blood, and possibly even touching themselves under their clothes, darling dear, to try and manifest you back with this sex magic. Well, it ain't working, blood, because you know that Panani is the black hole of Calcutta, and that Fatum is skullduggerous and has amnesia. Baby, you don't want it, right? What's the Swahili word? Sitaki. I don't want it. You don't want it. We don't want it. How about that? Still spying on them. Yes, you must watch for incoming. Pay attention, darling dears, because their self-esteem is taking a beating. So they are in full-on what? Skullduggerous mode. And they will give it to you. They will project. They'll just get you close enough to get you in their evil, a snare, and under the thumb again. For them to be their bad self. Because you know they've learned even more bad things. Because they've been dealing with doormats that have no what? Boundaries, darling dear. Boundaries. Right? Dos for Danya to that. deaf to how you was, darling dear. You ain't the same cat. You ain't. Let's get another deck and then we must push on. Because we've got things to get on with. We're going to lead with the life lesson. I want to know what lesson is to be gained for the big cat today. If it will come away. That woman made me have to count my elastic bands, blood. Where's my shit? I nearly had to go for the £5 bag of rice. I counted these, right? I had to count these to calm myself down, right? And not go back out onto my doorstep, right? Just in case she was passing to go to the local shops. Fucking hell. Oh, Taras, yeah. I gave her the whole of Jamaica with the Queen's English, blood. Hey, she got a wiki dub-played remix. What is the lesson for you to learn? Some of you will be traveling with your creative expression, and then you got the first card. You're artist, darling dear. The way you drew out your life, whatever plans you have. And this also speaks about the internet, darling dear. You're going to be recognized on the internet, darling dear, for your creative expressions. Whatever you're doing, I've told you many times, my dear big cat, there is $2.3 trillion skrillers.com, right, on the tableau between now and 2026. Go to your 2nd, your 6th, and your 10th house to find out how you can what skills you have, what are your superpowers, how to shape it into a business. It's all there. This also speaks about being divinely protected. All of these angels have wings, and you know how I love a throuple. Why? It's the energy of the universe, as Tesla told us, 3, 6, and 9, as well as what? The Empress of everything, darling dear. Don't allow them to come back, because they've still got the T-Rex arms, and they've got the dub-played remix of the T-Rex arms, blood, and they will go for the jugular. You don't know what they've been. Listen. I was about to say, you don't know. They've been trying to get readings on you, darling dear. To heat check you. See if you're still sensitive to their thing, to their fuck shit. Right? Continue to make healthier choices, darling dear. Balance out your life. Some of you are cooks. Get your energies on the net. What's the matter with you? 5 streams of income. We lead with the passive income, darling dears. Passive income. If you're a baker, you better get pat a cake up in this bitch. If you're a singer, you better find that falsetto in you, blood. Get on the internet. Do it, darling dears. Do it. Nobody's cheering harder for you than me, big cat. Trust me. Some of you will be traveling, right? This is it. You're becoming more sensitive. You need to make changes accordingly. Because your what? Your Kundalini is rising. Know this, darling dear. And once that's out of the bag, you can't put it back in. You're not the same. You're not quite like those that you left behind. You was always standing out. And they always try to make you a thumber. Sometimes you have to look at the reason. Why would they do that? When you came with niceness, and you was fabulous. Gorgeous and lovely. Why would they do it? I told you, big cat. A burglar never ever breaks into an empty house. What does ye old kipper think of this before we push on? Is it being hidden from me? No. They're looking at your artistry. Some of you are painters, designers, darling. They get your information on the internet. Because, listen, they're getting readings on you because they're going through a lack mentality. Nothing's changed about them or about their life. It's in reverse. You saw it jump out the pack and do a full-on forward roll. Whatever they're liking, mate. They don't... This is what you're serving. Know your worth. And it's the energy of the Scorpio, darling dears. As we begin the read, we shall end it. This also speaks about investments, darling dear. But make sure that you pay attention to the planetary energies if you're going into the crypto or the Bitcoin, whatever it is. Pay attention to the energies in the planets. A good lady to follow on YouTube is, I think it's Marin Altman, Marin. A pretty girl with long black hair, and she always wears a red lip. And you know when a cis stream put on a red lip, she's about that shit. She about that life, yeah. She knows how to get to the bag. Allow them, yeah. Let them cry into their fist. Even Wolfie don't want to go, and they're going through despair because they don't know how to double dutch and jettison back into your situation. This is how you're looking to them. Like the dog's bollocks. Why do I say that? What does a dog spend the whole day shining? Name bollocks? The same bollocks that woman was sucking on before she came and knocked my door. This is why she's got 3 brown rotten teeth in the middle. Only 3 teeth. I didn't see a bottom row. I didn't see a bottom row. Let them cry. Because it's over. Dos for done, you're done. Can't bring back the dead. And they are not Frankenstein's monster maker. It's because of your security and the lies that they told. And their time is being wasted with a harlot who is skullduggerous, and their progeny is degenerates of life, wasting their time and having to pay hand and fist for everything. They're being hoodwinked. Can't you see the light in the back? Good for them. That's their business. And we're out of here. They left you like a killer. Big cat. And now they want to come back. Because now they see your worth from the nosebleed section. Leave them where they are. Those plastic seats, they're in the spiritual short bus. And everybody is where they need to be as you play chess, not checkers. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself, darling dears. From the ashes, baby. You will never lose. You heard that. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. That mint with the 3 brown rotten teeth cannot darken my domicile again. Yeah. Cat, cat. Don't let nobody F with you or come back. Leave them where they are. It's invasion of the body snatchers. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Leader dad. Fist bump. Big cat wave. Queen of Crosstown. Oracle 7100. Linda Dove. Glad you could float on by. Big cat wave. Abigail. Riviera. Pinkies up. Jacqueline. I return. Namaste. Yes. Yes. Energy. Up.